Okay, I think we're here. How is everyone today? So good, I hope. My iPad is not up just yet, but I don't even know if anybody's listening to me yet. Oh, brother. Let's see. I keep getting these weird pop-ups on here. Okay, I'm almost there. Okay, why in the world am I, I'm just not horizontal again. Good Lord. All right. Okay, we're back to this. Honest to goodness. Okay, I'm here. Is that the craziest thing you ever saw? A girl trying so desperately to just record a video vertically or horizontally. So redonkulous. Hey Jean, how are you? How is everyone? Hey Aunt Mer. Hey Carmen. Hi Jamie. Hey Barbara. Hey Nancy. Honest to Pete. Is that the craziest thing? So anyway, here we are. It's Thursday. We are at Pop-In Paint Party, and we are going to color with colored pencils today. That's what I said we're going to do, so that's what we're going to do. What do I have to tell you about? Remember I told you that next week I am traveling, and so the first stop in my journey is, hey Renee, is going to be, well, first I get to my sister's house and I can hardly wait. I just adore my sister. Hey Landis. And then we drive to Moorhead, Minnesota, right over the line from Fargo, North Dakota. So I am going to be doing a free demo, and it says Minnesota Christmas card demo, but I promise you can do all of these same techniques with different stamps. I'm just going to be showing you some fun techniques. That's funny, Landis. I know, our internet was out yesterday. I know, whatever. Can I just tell you? 2020 has just been the craziest year. I'm telling you. You know how they say things always happen in threes? So first I had the lump in my boob. And then, but remember, that's all cleared up. And then our refrigerator and freezer went out. First the freezer, and then the next day the fridge. And then, I'm not kidding, this morning Jeff came in and said, babe, I think our hot water heater's going out. I swear. And our internet went out yesterday. I swear. That's why I'm traveling. Anyway, not really. I just want to see my mom and dad and my sister. Anyway, so I'm going to do 4 card backgrounds and just some coloring techniques. And so at K Store in Moorhead, Minnesota. So I would love for you to tune in that day. I presume I'm going to do it on my Facebook. You know what? We just kind of, I just said, hey, I'm going to be in your neck of the woods. So I presume it's going to be on my Facebook. I will let you know for sure, but it will be for sure Thursday, October 1st at 10 a.m. Minnesota time. So I don't know if, hey Kim, if that is, where the divider is, time zone wise. but Moorhead, Minnesota, which is right over the North Dakota line. So I don't know exactly. But anyway, here's one of the cards that we're going to do. I'm going to show you how to do this cool background. I have another cool background and then 2 colorings. One with zigs, one with colored pencils. And my trusty white gel pen. You know I love that white gel pen. Anyway, that's my big infomercial for that. So today, without further ado, if you are new here, please follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Corbiere-Scott Designs. My art printables, which we play with every Tuesday and Thursday, are available at www.Corbiere-Scott-Designs.com. Aunt Mer, you have a package arriving on Friday. Kathy Upchurch, if you are here, and Sharon, are you here yet, Sharon? Please be sure to download your, hey Susan, how are you? Oh, anyway, so Sharon, please be sure to save all of your art printables to your downloads on your computer within 24 hours. Happy Mail, Aunt Mer. Aunt D should be getting one. Should today, I think. Anyway, so this print is Mama Wilktastic. It is an apple blossom. I was just kind of in the mood, you know. But I wanted to talk about, so Kathy Upchurch had asked me this morning about what I print my art printables on. So I thought we haven't talked about that in a while, so I just thought I would talk about that again. This is just printed on cardstock, white cardstock. Hey Robbie Miller, how are you? This one is just printed on regular cardstock. I do like Northwoods, as you know, Northwoods watercolor paper, but you know, like Tuesday I printed it on craft colored cardstock. So you know, I like to experiment and play around, and you know, I mean, once you buy it, you can print it as many times as you want. So you can print it on all different things, right? So remember we had, let's see, where we left off on Tuesday. That was when I was using the colored pencils on craft. And so I'm going to use these same colored pencils just on white. So because June had said she had bought a whole bunch of art printables and she had printed them all off on white, not on craft. And I said, that's okay. We'll color them on white too. So that's what I'm going to do today. Let's see. What else can we talk about? Well, I will say that I am still very hooked on that show, Transplant, on, I think it's NBC. It's so good. It's seriously so good. But does anybody else have a good new show they've been watching? Don't you feel like you've just exhausted all of your... Tuesday was so long ago. In the world of COVID it is, isn't it? Crazy. It's still so hot here, you guys. I'm telling you. Like, it's so hot that we're still swimming in our pool every day. So I have a couple of different shades here. You know, so remember, this is that set of colored pencils from Faber-Castell, and it is Gold Faber. And it is a pretty decent beginner set. I told you, I'm feeling like I really like the range of colors that are available. I really like the smoothness of the color. Did you ever go to the Don't you hate when you go to pick up a prescription and they go, oh, could you just give us a few minutes? And it's been hours? Whatever. I did that today, and then, no kidding, I forgot my wallet. What a dope. You know, they frown upon giving you prescriptions without money, without paying for it. So ridiculous, honestly. I couldn't believe I did that. Okay, so I'm feeling like, I think last time I colored this kind of peachy corally. So maybe today we'll do, these are the pinks that I have available to me. So I'm gonna start with, see, these just have numbers. They don't really have a color, but this appears to be the lightest shade. So let's color down here so we can kind of see what we're working with. There's the first one, here's the second one, and here's the third one. All right. So remember, we're going to start with a kind of just a light layer of color. Right? In my circular kind of blendy coloring way. I just like to get a nice base of color, and I'm just kind of roughly coloring it because I kind of like when bits of white show through. That just gives you, like, that's kind of like some automatic highlights that just kind of happen randomly and organically, which is the best way, I think. So, Jeff, you know, he works upstairs in the spare bedroom. That's his office. Anyway, they're having a virtual happy hour today. He got his team these, like a Yeti cup, but not Yeti, but anyway, and then he got like their names on them and all that jazz, and well, it's quite a raucous happy hour. I'm just gonna tell you, I can hear them laughing and carrying on like nobody's business. But it's a good morale builder, you know, and it's a good team building. Oh, you know what? I have Elton John on. I need to turn them off so we don't get kicked off. Yikes. Thursday is the new Friday. That's what he says. Okay, so I started with that. You know what? I think I'm going to deepen some color with the same pencil. Just come in. Because this is almost lavenderish, I'm thinking. And I've got pretty decent light. The reason I do these classes for my kitchen table is because I have really good light. So I'm going to be doing classes all over the place over the next couple weeks. So who knows where I'll be. My mom's dining room table it doesn't have really good light. But, I mean, how cool would it be if I could do it from the backyard? I would love that. They have a beautiful backyard. Or by the water. Oh, I love that. K's store is lovely. So on Tuesday or Thursday, that will be my Thursday class, so to speak. So be sure to tune in for that. K's store is lovely and has the biggest array of artsy fun goodies. I will try to do a little shop around so you can kind of see like all the things that I love at her store. And then if there's something you want from her store, you could just ask me and I will just see if I can find it. So now I'm coming in with the second color. And these are brand new, so they're quite sharp. But remember from our color pencil class a while ago, I should have brought that sheet out. But anyway, I remember all that information. Sharp pencils are good for crisp lines. Wore down rounded pencils are blending bliss. That's where you're going to get the best blend, is if it's nice and wore down, nice and rounded. But you know, you can make anything work, right? So I just like to add some color, and then so I'm coming in with the second. I like to color in sets of 3, but you know, you do you. Now I'm going to come back in with the lightest color, and I'm going to do that circular blend, right? And that's going to really soften that line of one color to the next. And then I'm going to come in with that second color, and do you see how I already have these stippling lines here? That's going to automatically give some shape to the petal, right? And we're just going to follow that curve. But remember, my pencil is barely touching my paper. So we've added just that little bit of a deeper shade, and now we're going to come in with that first pink, and we're just going to do that circly blendy shade, right? Okay, does anybody have any new? Hi Sandra, how are you? You're new here. Hi Patricia. Sandra, be sure to follow me at Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Ann Corbiere-Scott Designs, and then be sure to join our private Facebook group, Let's Get Artsy with Ann Corbiere-Scott, because we have ourselves the best community that everybody's going to want to be part of, that's for sure. That's for sure. So, honest to Pete, when I told you I had to go to the dermatologist this morning, and I came home, and I'm not kidding. So I told you about our water heater was leaking, and I'm not kidding. A van pulled up in front of our house. I know that it's a legitimate business, and I'm so grateful for them, for that guy being here. But seriously, the side of his van said "Flush King." I died. I go, "Hey Jeff, the Flush King is here." It was funny. And luckily, we hope that he was able to fix it, so we don't have to completely replace it, since we're having to replace our refrigerator. Honestly, it just always happens all together at once, doesn't it? Or at least it feels like that. So I'm going to deepen down here where the petal kind of curls up on itself. Down here, that's gonna be a little bit, there will be a little bit of a shadow from that petal curling up, right? So we're going to deepen that. And then I'm assuming that it's going to be there too. Now we're going to come up here, back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. Remember we did that. Here, back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. Here. And remember, turn your paper so that it's at the most comfortable angle for you as you're moving your pencil. That makes a huge difference. It makes a huge difference in your application of your color, in your comfort of your hand, moving color back and forth. I know it seems like such a simple thing, but seriously, it makes such a huge difference. You will feel the difference. Hi, Nancy. Oh, Jeff's like, your dad helped me put that. Do you remember your dad helped me put that hot water heater in one time when they were out here? He's like, when was that? I don't remember that. I always have to have something like to connect things, you know? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Hi, Kelly. How are you? So glad you're here. So I have these turned petals. I'm just going to add some of that light pink on here. And I'm doing that circle. You know, in Michigan, most apple blossoms are white with a little bit of pink in the center, but I really like pink, so we're making ours all the way pink. I mean, that's the beauty. I love to see the beauty of my art printables is that I'm going to tell you, when I see, you know, people post their cards and they're like, people take like such artistic liberty and they paint them orange and gold and green and blue. I just love it. It just, the creativity out there is like off the charts. Off the charts. I know, Aunt Mer, but don't you hate spending money on stupid stuff like, I mean, I do like hot water. And I do like cold food. But don't you, I mean, don't you just hate that? Adulting. Stinking adulting. Alright, so now we'll come back in with that deeper pink. I haven't even used that third pink yet. Isn't that interesting? Just apply. I think it will be dark right here. I mean, sometimes you just have to use your common sense, you know? So I'm going to, right here, there's a little bit of a dip in the petal, and then I'm going to back, forth, and then I'm going to have it squiggle out to nothing, because that will, as we work on it, that will create a dip in it that would naturally happen. Okay, so what is everybody watching on TV? Hi, Linda. Hey, Kay, how are you? How are you? I'm glad you're here. If you are new, please follow me on Corbiere-Scott Designs, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. We get together every Tuesday and Thursday for pop-in paint parties right here on my Facebook. I'm going to color deep down in here these, you know, that, I don't know what it's called on a flower, but the very center where it's really concentrated color usually, and then AGT. What's AGT? Oh, I have not watched Working Moms. Wait a minute, is that the Canadian one? Diana, is that the Canadian one? I think I have watched that. Isn't that pitiful? We've watched so much TV. And now I'm looking for suggestions for more. Oh, American's Got Talent. I have not watched that this year. I haven't. So I'm feeling like the centers of these are either yellow or light green. So let's do kind of a combo of the two. I'm feeling like let's do yellow. A nice sharp pencil is perfect for these like little things. And I will say, again, another endorsement of these pencils is that they, look at how nice that yellow is going on top of that pink. I mean, I wasn't super careful to not color over these little stamen or whatever they are. And you know what? The yellow is really popping. I can really see that it's yellow. I think that's nice. You know, the less expensive your colored pencils, the more you have to kind of work to let your to intensify your color, right? So just know that if you have some Crayolas, you're just gonna have to work to get your colors to really shine. But you can, absolutely. Remember, you can make art with whatever you've got. Not that we don't all want the best stuff, but if you don't have the best stuff, that's okay. Hi Kay, Keely's friend. How are you? Oh, that's so nice. Thanks, Keels. I appreciate that. Kay, where do you live? Yeah, I'm sure you're a Midwestern girl, aren't you? We all are, for the most part. Well, Keels and I are. And my Aunt Mer. She's a Midwest girl, too. So I'm coming in with that deepest shade. And just kind of little by little, really looking at the deepest recesses of the center of those flowers so that I can get some good contrast, because that's part of coloring, is really trying to create contrast, enough contrast so that you see, your eye is pleased. Do you know what I mean? Of course you do, Kay. Of course you do. Chicago Fire. Chicago. Those are, oh my, I just miss all those Midwest shows. Someday, right? Someday we'll have regular TV again. I mean, in the big scheme of things, I guess that's pretty far down the list. TV and all. I have read lots of good books. I've read, I'm just started another Ellen Hildebrand book called, just started one called 28 Summers. I just love her stuff. I just love her stuff. She just writes a nice story. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, I mean, it is kind of romancy, but, not, let's see. There's a good story that goes with it, you know? And, you know, don't you feel like we all just need a little escape these days from reality? At least that's kind of what reading is to me. You know, I don't read, I'm not taking any courses where I'm reading academic things. I just, you know, and it's not like I don't learn about places and things that have happened in history. I enjoy all of that. And I do read some of that stuff, but then I just need to kind of counter that with some easy reading. You know what I mean? Like stuff that doesn't make me, no way. Did you really, Keels? Do you see why she's one of my best friends? Do you see? We both love art. We read the same kinds of things. I was just, that Keely, that's so funny. I was just telling my mom that I always get great book recommendations from you. That's so funny. This is really starting to shape up. I'm really liking it. Is anybody coloring with me today? You know, I called my parents on, this is what happens when you guys don't ask me questions. I just start rambling weird stories about my life. I agree, though, about those watercolor pencils. I have a few from an art set I picked up. I may have to give it a full set. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Kelly. The higher quality art supply, it's kind of like anything. Hey, Jennifer, all the way from Australia. The better quality, the closest you can get to artist quality art supplies, the better, the happier you'll be with the products, with your results, I mean. But I don't ever want anybody to feel like that's an excuse to not get creative and make art. Do you know what I mean? I want you to just use whatever you've got, because that is that's a talent within itself. If you can get amazing results from student grade art supplies, rock on, sister. That's awesome. You're going to use all the same kind of techniques. You might just have to color a little bit harder, a little bit more. You're just going to figure it out as you go along. Do you know what I mean? I told you, you just get to know your art supplies. Whatever art supplies you use, that's what you're going to you're going to learn those art supplies. You're going to get to know them like a good friend. You're going to know what their capabilities are. You know what I mean? Okay, so oh, Renee, you can use whatever you have. These, the ones that I'm using today are I mean, I have, like, you know, it's my business, so you know what? Please. I have every kind of colored pencil there is. I have super high end that I won't even tell you how much they were. And then I have, you know, I have some rose art and some Crayolas too, and everything in between. My favorite are Prismacolors because they're and the ones that I have right here, I think I've told this story before. This set of Prismacolors, the beginnings of this set, I got when I was in art school. And I graduated from art school in 1988. As I use up my pencils, I just replace the colors. So the basis of this set started in 1988. If you get a good product, you can certainly it will, and you take care of it. Don't drop them. That's kind of curtains for a colored pencil, is if you drop it, because then you break the lead like many times in here. So that's when you're sharpening and it breaks off. That's because it's been dropped. But you know, so my friend Lucinda said that you can put them in the microwave for like 2 seconds and that will melt, especially Prismacolors. You can, so that because they're so waxy, you can melt that wax and it will and then just let it sit and you should be good to go. I haven't tried that, but anyway, So I have my Prismacolor Premier. Those are my favorite. I don't have exactly, or used as a drumstick. Exactly, Renee. But this set I got at Dick Blick. So Faber-Castell, I just love them. And this is their student grade colored pencil set. This is the whole shebang right here. I bought one of every color they had, right? And I don't exactly remember how much they were. But anyway, I bought them because I wanted a more affordable, try a more affordable set of pencils to see what I could do. I just like the challenge of pushing myself to making whatever it is work for me. So you can make those Crayolas work for you. You can, and here's the cool thing about Prismas. Prismas, you can buy individual. Always look for someone who sells open stock. No, I don't think so, Kelly. Not if you, I mean, you're only putting it in there for a couple seconds. I mean, don't put it in for like 10 seconds or 30 seconds or something. And I would certainly put it on a paper towel. But no, I shouldn't think so. What was I saying, Renee? About, so you can, so look for some place that sells open stock Prismacolors. So if you're just starting to build a set, you can do, you can certainly, shop with a coupon at Mike's or Joe's, and they have, in Hobby Lobby, but I don't know if they will let you use those coupons on like a set of Prismacolors, but they're, do they sell them open stock, Keels? So, sometimes I would just go into the art store and I would buy like all the reds one day. And then, the next month I might buy all the greens or all the yellows, whatever. So you can certainly build your supply little by little like that. That's certainly what I do. I mean, and please, when I was in art school, I was broke as a joke back then. I couldn't afford anything. So, you just do what you can, Hi, Jan Francis. How are you today? So, Jan, I'm hooked on transplant. I'm hooked on it. I'm telling you. See, Linda, I have all different, I have a variety of them too. Like sometimes I might like that Crayola lime green because it's the perfect lime green that I'm looking for. Do you know what I mean? So, it's all, like I said, you're just going to learn. Like my set of classic Primas, I certainly have much more expensive watercolors. I have Crayolas, the watercolor one, or the washable watercolors. Shut up. There's some amazing colors in there. I love them. But I will say my classic Prima Classics Confections tin, that set is the set I use the most, and so I know exactly what it can do. I know how the colors look when they're mixed. I know how much water to add. I know what paper they work the best on, and that's what you get for just when you just keep practicing, when you just keep, well, who did then, for crying out loud? Jan, was it Nancy? Was it you who recommended that show? I knew it was Jan or Nancy. Oh my gosh, Nancy, I'm totally hooked. Don't you just love that guy? And what city is it in? Oh, I don't know. What is the magic number of seconds? Let's see, who said they did it? Nancy. How many seconds did you leave them in? Did you put your pencils in the microwave for? I'm just going to try and work on softening this. Dip in this flour right here. Oh, I'm loving it. How's everybody doing today? 10 seconds tended to burn. So, absolutely. So, do you see that, Kelly? She says 6 to 7 seconds. Yeah, I would just, start out super, super low and then just kind of, it's kind of like coloring, right? It's better to start slow. You will, it's way easier to build, I think, than to do the repair job, afterward. Isn't that what they say about children too? That it's better to, it's easier to build strong adults, so strong children, than to having to repair them. That's for sure. Oh, he's coming down the stairs, so the party must be over. Is the party over? Yep, he changed his shirt too. He's not wearing his Hawaiian party shirt anymore. Okay, so nope, we will have Saturday class, and we are doing another American artist. She's a woman. I fly out on Tuesday, so Tuesday is a wash. I won't be doing anything on Tuesday because I'll be, so I normally, Linda, I do pop and paint parties on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then I do Let's Get Artsy Together Apart, which is my artist study art journaling class. I normally do that on Saturdays. This, because I'm traveling next week and the following week, it's going to be a little bit different. So this Saturday we'll for sure do we'll for sure have another oh gosh, I just looked at those pretty apple blossoms. Squirrel on my iPad. They're so pretty. So on Saturday we do an artist study and art journaling, a little art history, a little color theory. So this Saturday we are going to be focusing on an American folk artist. I don't know that I would consider her a folk artist, but others consider her a folk artist. But you're going to want to bring your brightest colors with you. So whether those are, so I would bring everything. Bring your watercolors, bring your colored pencils, bring your, and then your artsy arsenal, the stuff that you always need. Your pencil, a regular pencil. I recommend a mechanical pencil because a mechanical pencil is always sharp. But if you only have regular pencils, bring those. Let's see. So this is Saturday's class, is at noon Arizona time. So this Saturday, but then once I'm in Michigan, I don't know. I promise I will. I did use Gamsol a couple of classes ago. So Linda, you can always go back and watch my past classes. They're in my video section in this group right here. And Corbiere-Scott Designs. And the one that I did Gamsol, I'm trying to remember what I colored. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out how to go back and see if I can add a title or at least a date, so then I can refer people back. But if you're feeling ambitious, you can go back and watch the Gamsol one again. And I'll do Gamsol again. Like once I get home, I'll do Gamsol again, because that was super fun. Because I don't normally love Gamsol, but you know what? I had such amazing result. I know exactly why I painted. I used colored pencils on Gamsol, and I did the flower from the Joni, the one that looks like a zinnia, the Joni art printable, and I'm telling you, it's so pretty. My blend was off the charts. But I really like challenging myself to blend with just my pencils too. It's possible, I promise. So Linda, when I get back, so after October 11th, I get home on October 11th, I will do Gamsol again on a new art printable. I have 2 new ones that are coming out at the beginning of October. And I know you'll love them, because I do too. I mean, who doesn't like coloring, you know? And then making them into cards. I just sent out so I sent out a bunch of cards a couple of days ago, and another bunch will go out tomorrow. I just love that I get to make these cards with you guys here, and then I get to send them out to you as thank yous. Remember, if you buy 4 or more of my art printables, I will send you one of these cards, usually with some kind of little surprise inside. I'm loving this. Keels, are you coloring, or are you just watching? Oh, I did want to talk about, I was in Scraps of Love yesterday. I think I posted something in their Scraps of Love Insiders group. I posted that this morning, but just to be on the safe side, I will tell you that I have found a new to me, you know what, it could have been around forever and a day, I don't know, but I did find a new pen that I'm really liking. So Unipin Fine Line, they're waterproof and fade proof pigment ink, and they have them in all sizes, but it's a great pen for Saturday's class. But here's the thing that I liked, the Micron pens, let's see, Micron pen, I can kill the end of that. See, you can't even see the end of that. So that's pretty much trash. But these, the metal tip is so much stronger. So you're not as likely to smush the, there, can you see? You're not as likely to smush the end, right? They're just, and they write super smooth, they draw super smooth, they're, and like I said, they're waterproof and fade proof, so that means you can draw and then paint on top of it, and it's not gonna move. So, that's that. I found them one day when I was in Scraps of Love, and then I was on their, I happened to be in their store yesterday, and Chris was like, hey, do you want to be on the live? So I said, sure. And I told her then, I'm like, you need to order more of these. They're amazing. So, but like I said, I did put it on their Facebook Live, or no, on their, what did I say? Oh, their Scraps of Love Insiders group. So, so that with just a picture of them, so you can absolutely kills. Unipin. So there, it's made by the same people, right? Unipin Fine Line. So give them a try. You know, I'm always in the search for a new pen. I just love pens. There, can everybody see that? I don't know. I hope so. There, is that better? Unipin Fine Line. I think you'll love them. I do. How are we doing on time, Keels? I haven't even started my green yet. Goodness. So I'm going to do the same with my lightest green. I'm just going to come in and add some long skinny circles of green to get a nice base of color. And then, okay, thanks, Keels. 6 minutes. It goes so fast, you guys. It goes so fast. All right, Nance, what color do you think we should do this background? Oh, I don't know. All right, let's see. What other greens do we have? That is 170. What is this? 170. That's way darker. That. Oh. All right. Okay, do you remember when we talked about doing a little bit of adding some contrasting colors within the base, right? So because we have this yellow here, if we add a bit of yellow up here, that's just gonna really start to round out, but it's barely there, right? That's just gonna really start to round out our petals, right? It's just gonna add this little like subtle dimension, right? Because we want those petals to look like they're cupped, sort of, right? And that's what this will do. And this is where I'm barely touching again. I'm barely touching my color, my pencil. to my paper, but you see it's just adding little bits of color. And this orangey yellow is really quite complementary to the pink. Not a complementary color, just a complementary, I think. And I'm seriously, it's like barely touching it, barely touching it. Because remember, most things in nature are not just one color. There are many colors within the same color, or within the same object, I should say. That's nice. I'm really liking that. Just that little bit of that yellow, I'm telling you, makes such a big impact. Look at how pretty that is. Am I the only one that's madly in love with my own work? Ooh, blue background. Pretty. So, oh sure. Absolutely, Judy. How's that? Can you see it? Is that a good, there, is that too close, do you think? Does that help? Like just that, so just try that this week. Try just adding another color that you see. So either try a complementary color. So like pink would be green, right? But we have these little bits of yellow within this flower, and just and it's barely, I'm barely touching my color to the paper, right? So we could, and this one is a nice one because it's kind of a more like just a deeper yellow. It's not super bright like this, right? It's got a little orange in it. We could certainly add a little orange to this too. We could keep going, and you know, maybe I will. But just that little bit of added of another color is really, you know, I'm just thinking out loud here, because these pinks are kind of purple. I bet you that's why our yellow is working so nicely, because that's opposite on the color wheel, purple and yellow. So I'm doing, so here where we have a deep line, let's go in with the lighter color right beside it. How pretty is that? And remember, we'll follow that curve. If you follow those curves, you will get results that you're so happy with. Oh gosh, I hope everybody had a great time and is inspired to color. That's for sure. Remember, my art printables are available on and Corbiere-Scott Designs.com. And once you buy them and start coloring on them, please share it with me. That just tickles me to death. I just love it. I just love it. So now I'm coming back with that pink, that first pink. Remember the lightest pink? And I'm just going to do a little bit of blend over that yellow. So it's just going to soften it slightly. Again, I'm barely touching. It's just going to immediately soften it. But you see, like I'm barely touching the pink on there. All right, well, it looks like I have a lot of work to do on my leaves because I haven't even hardly touched them. Goodness, am I at an hour, Keels? Oh, Renee, I feel the exact same. So, Jan, October 1st, which is next week. Can you believe that? Oh, be sure to take pictures. Be sure to take pictures, Judy. Because you know what? It's good for you to have a reference of, like, I loved when I mixed orange and pink, or I loved when the way that I did that background. It's good for you to have start to build your own reference file from your own work. That's really important. But you can also post it online. If you're not comfortable posting it publicly, post it on the on our private Facebook group, Ann Corbiere-Scott. Let's Get Artsy with Ann Corbiere-Scott. I'm telling you, it's the most lovely, supportive community. It's just the best. It's just the best. I love it. I'm so thankful you came to spend an hour getting artsy with me today. I just can't tell you how much it means to me. I just look forward to these hours, like, ooh, what are we gonna do? And I can't wait to talk to everybody. And I'm so grateful. Thank you so much, everybody. Please post Judy. We want to see, and because I'm telling you, you know, everybody has different ways of seeing things. Like, you might have a cool background that you did, or you might have a cool color combination that maybe the rest of us haven't thought of, or whatever. I'm telling you, it's the best group in the world. It is. I feel bad for all those people that don't belong. They could if they wanted to, but they have to be nice. I tell everybody, no meanies allowed. No meanies. I adore you all. Thank you so very much. And I will see you Saturday. Don't forget, bring your bright colors. I'll talk to you Saturday. Bye, girls.